What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Season 8 of my NHL 21 Toronto Maple Leafs Franchise Mode series. If you guys missed the last episode, I think we can officially call this team a dynasty as we won our 4th Stanley Cup in 6 years. You guys can see the last 3 as well. Our 4th one there was the 2021-2022 season, which is just cut off. So, 4 cups in 6 years. Not too bad, I'd say, for a team that took, over 50 years to another one. I'll show you guys the team heading into this season. Honestly, there's no reason why we can't be competing for the Stanley Cup again this season. We got Rawlings here on the first line, playing with Nolan Patrick and Mitch Marner, getting a +3. So a different first line than we're used to. Usually it was Tavares on that first line, but Patrick's up to an 89. Rawlings there was a former first overall pick. Amazing shot, playing with Marner's great playmaker. I say big things for this line. Second line there, you have Nylander playing with Matthews and Mirov, also getting a +3. It's a huge line. We're going to have Fabian Lysell playing with Tavares and Hall. So Tavares, 37 years old, demoted that third line spot, but still in the top 9. And then fourth line here, you got Xavier Bourgault playing with Peyton Krebs and Hollander for a pretty solid fourth line, I'd say. Defensively, you got Shea Theodore and Luke Hughes on the top pair. McAvoy, Riley, second pair, getting a +3. And then Mukamadine and Harley on the bottom pair. Goaltending-wise, Samsonov's a starter. Nichushkin here, we signed for $800K as a free agent. 83 overall medium elite potential. No idea how we got him. He's backing him up, so pretty good signing there. Unfortunately, Samsonov, after winning the Vezina and the William Jennings and the Stanley Cup, dropped in rating by 2. Still don't know how that one happened. Special teams here, the first pilot unit there is the same as last year, I think, except Rawlings coming in for Tavares. We get a +3 again. His shot's so good. Just clapping bombs from the point should work out well. The second unit there is also very solid, getting a +1. 4-man power play there, you can see +1 and a 0. The PK, Tavares is actually a bit of a PK specialist now. For whatever reason, he just fits the penalty kill really nice, so we get a good chemistry bonus with him. Second unit there, you can even see Matthews is on it, because all the lower rated guys, we just weren't getting good chemistry. 3-man penalty kill, you can see Tavares again, and then Hollander there, but we're still getting a -1, and that's actually the best I could get. AHL team here, I'll show you guys quick. So Morozo, we actually got back in a trade. I think we traded Anderson for him, Lysell, and like a second-round pick. Jarvis there as well, Carmick Michaels. So some guys are looking like busts, but they're trying to, at least become an 80, maybe break into the NHL next season. Caden Gooley and Braden Schneider there as our top D pair, getting a +3, so that's pretty nice. We'll be playing like 80s. Who knows what they'll grow to. Pittis here, 82 overall starting goalie, 23 years old, medium starter. Bonnet there, 80 overall, 22-year-old, medium starter is the backup. So AHL goalies are kind of stacked. And I'll show you guys the offense, defense, and goaltending stats next. I haven't shown this in a while, but 3 guys are still on our team, so no captaincy changes. Tavares still wears the C, Matthews A, and Riley there also wearing the A. Obviously, Tavares isn't going to be playing quite as much, but no reason why he can't still be the leader in this room. I mean, the guy won 3 Conn Smythe trophies. Definitely not going to be ripping the C off his chest. And like I was mentioning, guys, looking at the ratings next year, we have 99 offense, 94 defense, 88 goaltending. So pretty solid, I'd say. Looks like Kotkaniemi is now the highest rated player on the Montreal Canadiens. And before we get started with the sim, someone said I should actually get Nolan Patrick signed to an extension as playing on that first line, getting a +3. Probably going to go up quite a bit in ratings. Already making 4.4. What's he want for next? 7.4. I mean, that's probably not that bad. We only need him for 2 more years. He is going to go up in rating probably, so it might be smart to do this now. We'll offer him 7 for 2. And, I mean, even at 89 overall, he's still already a good deal. Riley, 33, making 9.5. He should come down in price. I'm curious what he's asking for. 11.3. I don't know about that one. I think I'll wait. Mirov's also going to go up in price for sure. 8.6 isn't terrible. Let's offer Mirov like 7.5 for 2 years. See what he says. We could also offer Samson on extension, but right now he's making $3 million, which is just such a good deal. I don't know how he looked into that still. He wants $7 million there on 6 years. Honestly, like, we can use any goalie. I might just wait till free agency and hopefully there's like another kind of Samsonov situation where there's an elite goalie for cheap. And there we go. Nolan Patrick signing a new contract with us. $7 million the next 2 years. I think that's really good, especially if he does go up in rating playing that first line C. And Amirov also said yes, $7.5 million. So 2 good young pieces of that core locked up for the rest of this franchise. Let's go an interesting trade offer, guys. So the Calgary Flames want to give us DeBrusk in a 4th for Harley, Bonnet, and a 2nd. Thing is, our offense is already more than good enough, and Harley, I'm hoping, can grow a little bit. And now, guys, we're in December here with a record of 27, 8, and 3. So again, we're definitely looking like a contender. First place right now in the Atlantic with 57 points. Rawlings there, 37 and 37 point per game with 21 goals. Love seeing that, so hopefully we can keep this going. Alright, guys, we're at the trade deadline here. Records 40, 16, and 5. So 85 points at the deadline. Basically guaranteed a playoff spot. 4-point lead there on the Sabres. In terms of the entire NHL, the Ducks at 87. Only team doing better than us. Mitch Marner there, 62 points in 61 games. So awesome to see. I'm hoping there's a lot of guys on this team averaging around a point per game. So obviously we're going to be a buyer. I'm not really sure how much cap space we have. I don't think it's a lot. I mean, we're pretty much always at the cap every single year. Teravainen's available, but a lot of value. Same goes for... Oh, Askarov isn't that much value, but he costs 9.2 million. Maybe he's a guy we can get in free agency if he's somehow cheap. Monahan, Velarde up to an 88. This Lundstrom guy's unsigned. Mark Stone, not that much value. Plus he's a power forward. 50% retained. That's interesting. Tyler Seguin only making 6.2. It's another interesting guy we could pick up. Jacob Chychrun, but he'd basically be a bomb pair defenseman for us. Kapanen in there. Huxley, always unsigned as well, so we won't be able to actually join the team. Chychrun, maybe. I feel like the price is probably very expensive though. And again, he'd be a bomb pair D-man. Seguin and Stone, I think, are the two guys I'm going to try and go after here, both on the Vegas Golden Knights. So next year, guys, is the trade I'm trying to make with Vegas for Mark Stone. Again, 50% retained, so we can actually get him back. 35 years old, 88 overall. He's a power forward, so hopefully the chemistry is a nice boost. 17 goals and 37 assists. What is that? 54 points. We're offering up Peyton Krebs. Currently 4th line center, 83 overall. I'm sure he could play more with them. 2nd round pick. They want both things. Start on the block. I think this could go through. And it does. Okay, so Mark Stone. We got to go 4th line player for him. That is a big get. Trade deadline's now complete. I was trying to make another trade for defenseman to go on the bottom pair, but couldn't make anything happen before the time ran out. So looking at it here, Montreal gets Barrett Hayton, Noah Dobson to the LA Kings, Evan Bouchard to Montreal Canadiens, Pavel Zacha to Edmonton, of course, our trade for Mark Stone, Jake DeBrusk to the Senators, and that's actually it. Okay, so not crazy trade deadline. Again, I think we're the team making the biggest trade. So with that trade for Stone, here's an update look at the lines. Top 6 has not changed. Still getting the +3 on both. 3rd line now has Mark Stone playing with Tavares and Hull. 4th line there is Bordeaux, Hollander, and Lysell. Defensively, obviously, no changes. Now, I think Stone's on almost every special team. You can see, actually, with him, the second power play gets a +3. The first also still gets +3, but I had to switch out Hughes for McAvoy, and I think Nylander for Rawlings. So, pretty crazy. Both power plays get a +3. That's going to be huge. The 4-man, you can see, actually, Stone's not on the 4-man, but he is on the first PK. Unfortunately, his line fit there is an X, but his defensive awareness is just way too good not to have on the PK. And then 3-man penalty kill, I think, is the exact same. So, the fact we gave up basically nothing for him since Krebs was playing 4th line for us anyway, and he makes our team much better, in my opinion. Huge trade. And we're now at the end of the season here, guys. The record of 56, 21, and 5. So, pretty good year again. We have 117 points. I saw the Ducks there at 116. Maybe we passed them for the President's Trophy. And we did. Okay, awesome. So, we haven't won the President's Trophy in a few years. So, I'm pretty glad we get that again. Mitch Marner finished with 101 points, 82 games. Love seeing that. Like I said, he's an awesome playmaker. Rawlings is one of the best shooters in the NHL, at least based on the stats. So I figured he'd play good with them. You can see 79 assists there. Matthews at 78 points. Rawlings 75. So again, not too bad. Nylander 72. Patrick 70. Amirov 69. Stone 68. Oh my gosh. Tavares, Hughes. How many players is that? Is that, I think, 9 players with 60 plus points on this team? That is ridiculous. Even Riley McAvoy, a couple D-man there with 40 plus each. Take a look at Samsonov's stats. 39 and 17, 4 shutouts, a .904 and a 2.68. It's pretty solid. Even Nichushkin there, 17 and 4, .905 and 2.93. One idea I had, if Samsonov ends up being too expensive, Nichushkin's only 25, 83 overall. If he gets to like an 84, and we get him signed cheap again, and he's coming off $800K deal, I think he could be the starter next year, save us a ton of money. AHL team, Moroza, he was the guy we got back in the trade with Lysell. 79 overall. Now he's went up by 1. Over a point per game in the AHL. Haven't had a guy do that in a while. McMichael, 65. He's 27, so he's not going to grow, but still. Good to see him help out Moroza, who I think is definitely be pushing for an NHL spot next season. Take a look at the 2 AHL goalies, both in the 80s. You'd expect a bit better stats from 2, should honestly be NHL caliber goalies, both backups, but whatever. Entire league here. Danks on Calgary had 112. Draisaitl 110. Lindgren, another made-up guy in Calgary, 107. McDavid, Battle of Alberta is quite strong. After that, Marner 5th, 101. So, don't count any teams from Alberta, and Marner led the league in scoring. We'll take that. Goals here, I can't forget to check. Matthew Boldy and Zegers both had 53. Alrighty, Laine there was 3rd. Defenseman, Quinn Hughes, 89 points. Makar, 75. Quinn Hughes actually higher than Makar, which is kind of surprising, because I think I give Makar high elite, whereas Hughes has medium elite. I'll check the rookie skaters here. And this Madsen guy on Arizona, 60 points, only 80 overall. Pretty solid rookie season, I'd say. And next year, checking the standings for the entire league. We know we got the President's Trophy. We'll see who got last. And again, Ducks there, 1 point shy. 323 goals for. Is that the most? We do have the most goals for. Goals against. Do we get the William Jennings again? We do. 231 less goal than the Ducks. So already a couple pieces of hardware there. Presidents and William Jennings. That's nice to see. Hopefully can also take home a Stanley Cup. 5 Stanley Cups in 7 years, I think that'd be, which would be insane. That's somehow the 16th team's above the 15th team. That was like rattling my brain there for a half second. Last in the entire NHL is the Dallas. Oh, why is it? It's backwards again. It has Dallas below LA, even though they're tied. Not really sure what's going on there, but we'll get to the playoffs now, guys. We'll see where they're playing. Like I said, it would be pretty amazing, honestly, if we can get our Stanley Cup. And I think our team's definitely poised for a deep run here. And first round, we had the Florida Panthers. I remember last I checked, they actually had a pretty solid team. I'm pretty sure Anton Lundell turned into a bit of a stud for them. I feel like they got somebody else pretty big on that team. Owen Tippett 89, Scheifele 89, Lundell, Denisenko 89. That top 6 is nasty. That is just as good as ours, but they have no depth. So just as good as top 6, but no depth. We'll beat them there. They have Ekblad on defense and nothing else, where we have a sick top 4. Spencer Knight, though, is a good goalie. He's actually better than Samsonov, but they have crap backup. So their high-end talent, I would say, is on par with ours, but we have them beat in depth, and obviously depth matters. That's why we had like 12 more wins than them in the regular season. Brought in Mark Stone, one of the best two-play players in the game. Hopefully it's enough. Let's see. First game at home, 3-2 loss. Second game is a 2-0 win. Okay, we'll take that. So we're 1-1 right now through the first 2 games. Game 3 in Florida, we get a 4-1 win. And game 4, 6-0 win. Samsonov picks up the shutout. Game 5 is a 3-0 win. Wow, so we beat the Panthers in 5. I thought, honestly, they'd put more of a fight than that. And our AHL team there is playing the Lake Erie, or I always call them Lake Erie. They changed their name. The Cleveland Monsters. We actually beat them. Moving on to round 2. I feel like it's been so long since the AHL teams made it out of the first round. And the NHL team, classic original 6 matchup here. Maple Leafs versus Montreal. We know Kotkaniemi's their best player. Matthews there has 5 points in 5 games. So take a look at the Canadiens roster. I'm trying to remember if they have any like big changes. I'm pretty sure Cole Caulfield's an absolute stud. Yeah, 89 overall with his shot. Shot's pretty ridiculous. I'm pretty sure he's won a Maurice Charter too. Kotkaniemi's a 92. Savoy, that's right, 89. Sillinger even 88. Okay, so they have some good players, but honestly, their top 6 isn't as good as Florida's. They have Romanov on D. Wallner's not bad. Valimaki. I'd say their D's better, and their goaltending's worse. Merzlikins is only an 83. They have a better backup, but backup in the playoffs probably won't see the ice, and if he is, not a good sign for that team. So I like our chance to beat Florida in 5. Really no reason we can't beat the Montreal Canadiens here. So first 2 games are going to be at home in Toronto. AHL team, obviously, like I said, moving on to round 2. 4-2 win, 2-1 loss. I'll take a 1-1 in the first 2 games. Come on. 4-2 win, 3-1 loss. All right, it's going to be close. Game 5. 3-2 OT win. Let's go. We need one more win here. We won the conference final. 5-1 loss. Okay, so game 7. Do or die. Our AHL team is either eliminated or moving on. And I see a win, 2 wins. I see 4 wins. We're moving on to the conference final. That's awesome. So, NHL team, we have to win this one. We'll sim it period by period. Come on, boys. Find a way at home. 2-1 lead. Marner, Tavares, Caulfield for them. Holding on. Let's go. 4-1. Luke Hughes, empty netter. Borgo there also gets 1. Moving on to the conference final. Both the Maple Leafs and the Marlies. You'll love to see that. I'm trying to see. So Vancouver, Minnesota is the Western Conference Final. We're playing the New York Islanders. Curious what that lineup's looking like. Marner there, 9 points in 12 games. I'm surprised there's not someone doing better than that right now for us in the playoffs, but maybe that's why, we're having such a hard time. Some pretty close games here. So I assume Barzell's still leading this team, and he is first line center. Tatar and 80 on the first line. Puck skills and shooting are still really good. Even the skating, just the defense and physical aren't that great. Wallstrom's 89. Wow, they have this Freegan guy's 87. That's it. Beauvillier 88, sorry. So, still, they have... Oh, Cash is 87. Okay, never mind. They got some players. Defensively, though, Krug and Lindholm, not much else. Primo and Tynan. Okay, I don't want to, jinx us, but... on paper, the Islanders team here is the worst team we played yet. I think the Florida Panthers, the team we played first, is actually the best team on paper. So that's interesting. Marlies, who they got the Phantoms. And of course, we won the President's Trophy, so we'll have the home ice advantage here. No matter what in the playoffs. First 2 games at home in Toronto. Game 1, 1-0 lead. Mukamodin. I'm sure I say his name wrong. I try and say it fast to make it sound better. Amirov and Hughes for us. Bukestad for them. Hold on 4-3 with Matthews' goal. Wallstrom and Gallagher, though, pulled it close. All right, so up 1-0. I love winning that first game. Just kind of puts us in a nicer spot here. If we can actually win the first 2, we'll be looking really good. So game number 2 looks like Minnesota's up 1-0 on Vancouver. 2-1 lead. Stone Patrick. Wallstrom for them. 3-1. Matthews again. 4-1. Luke Hughes empty netter. Luke Hughes, he's a little poacher. Just loves those empty netters. Pad his stats. All right, so 2-0 lead here on the Islanders. We'll definitely check the AHL team once the NHL series is over. Minnesota's up 2-0 on Vancouver. If we played Vancouver again in the Cup Final, that'd be hilarious. 1-1, Patrick and Repick. 4-2, Riley, Borgo, Tavares, Appleton for them. And 6-3, Lysell, Matthews, Kravchenko. Not going to be enough. So 3-0 lead now on the Islanders. Should I say the stat? I think like 5 times in NHL history a team's won a 3-0 lead. AHL, we've lost the first 2. We actually won the third, so maybe we're making a bit of a comeback. Game 4 here. Come on, let's put the Islanders out. Get back to the Stanley Cup Final. I might have jinxed us. Down 2-0. Still 2-0, though. Lots of game left. 3-1. Amirov tried, and then Bray-Bollet with the empty netter. So no sweep there against the New York Islanders, but we have 3 games remaining. We just have to win one of these games to move on to the Stanley Cup Final. I'm not going to mention any more stats here. Come on, boys. Let's get it rolling. Game 5. Matthews, Marner. Let's go. Amirov. Ooh, I was a little scared. Kasha and Bray-Bollet, but we hold on. 1-goal lead. That's all we need. Back to the Stanley Cup Final. That is just ridiculous to think about. This team is too good. We're playing the Minnesota Wild. Okay, so we finally get a new team to play. AHL team. They're still in it. Game 7 here. They're actually tied 3 apiece. Let's see what happens in the AHL. And they win. And look at that. The Stanley Cup Final is Toronto versus Minnesota. And the Calder Cup Final is the Toronto franchise versus the Minnesota franchise. So there you go. We could actually win both the Stanley Cup and the Calder Cup this year. Something we haven't done yet. And beating Minnesota in both would be kind of cool. Matthews there, 13 points in 17 games. If you guys missed it yesterday, speaking of Minnesota, I actually did a video on what would happen if J.J. Watt was in the NHL. He played for the Wild. Even had a bit of play time in the AHL, so definitely go check that out after this one. Kaprizov, Karpovtsev, Duran, Mantha, Rossi, Boldy. It's a pretty ridiculous top 6. I'm starting to think, we've been in the Stanley Cup Final 4 times. It's hard to remember. I feel like we may have played them actually in the Cup Final. Was it? I don't think it was last year. Last year we beat Chicago, I want to say. But for some reason, like, this team's lineup looks familiar to me. Anyways, it's a solid team. I still think probably Florida's the best team we've played yet, but this Minnesota team is definitely better than both Montreal and New York. I want to take a look here at the ratings, just see how we kind of stack up against them. 100 was Stone, 94-88, 97-90-78. So +3, +4, and +10. I think we had 88 goaltending, and they have 78. So again, much better. I love Matthews' playoff stats. He always rocks. Here we go, guys. Game number 1 of the 2028 Stanley Cup Final. We're down 1 early. Kaprizov for them. 2-1, Kaprizov again, Rawlings. 3-2, Fogle, Riley. Close game. I think that's the first game we've lost of these playoffs, so that's alright. Still 6 games to go. We can definitely win 4 of 6. Obviously, having home ice advantage is a nice little boost. We can't go down 2-0, though. That would be tough. 3-2, Lysell, Harley, Matthews, Boldy, Duran for them. 5-3, Patrick with a couple, Kaprizov with 1. And Patrick again. Patrick gets the hat trick. Love it. Duran scores for them. Not going to be enough. So 6-4 win. Patrick with the hattie. Hopefully he's feeling himself. Keep that play heading to Game 3. Going to Minnesota now. If we can just rattle off a couple wins here, that'd be amazing. 1-1. Kaprizov for them. Kaprizov's insane. McAvoy for us. 5-3. Boldy gets 2. Mantha, Eklund, Amirov, Mukamaldin. And 7-4. Wow. High-scoring game there, unfortunately. On the wrong end of it. So 2-1. As long as... Come on, we just have to win 1 here in Minnesota. 2-2. I've said it many times before. I'm more than fine with a best of 3 with home ice advantage. But we have to win this game to make that happen. Game 4, up 2-1. Matthews and Mukamaldin. Duran for them. 6-3, Tavares. Matthews with a couple. That's a Hattie from Matthews. Let's go. Rawlings adds 1. Boldy Wilson. Oh my gosh. They tried. Matthews gets a 4-goal game, and we almost blew it. Mantha, Boldy, Kavanagh, Lambos, Marner there is actually the game winner. 8-7. I guess the goaltender's just like, they don't care about playing goalie in these playoffs, or maybe, I don't know, the defense just quit. But Matthews with a 4-goal game. Hopefully, between him, TacTixHD, somebody wants to be a hero in Game 5. Up 2-0 against Luke Hughes, actually. Let's go. 3-1, Rawlings. Can Luke Hughes get a hat trick? Nylander. So no hat trick for Hughes, but every single game we've won, there's been someone that showed up, whether it was TacTixHD, Matthews' 4-goal game, Luke Hughes there, the couple in the first. We are now 1 game away, or I should say 1 win away, from our 5th Stanley Cup in 7 years. This is insane, guys. This is absolutely insane. First period, 3-3. Like, there's just no defense in this series. Hall, Tavares, Stone for us. Duran, Lambos, Boldy for them. We're up by 1, Harley of all people. Here we go. 1 period away from destiny, from greatness, immortality. Can we do it? We're outscreening them by quite a bit here. They have a power play. We got to kill this off. I trust the PK and they get it done. Come on. We got a chance. 5 minutes to go. We still have that 1-goal lead. There's shots that are coming closer. Another power play. 1 minute left. Minnesota's on the power play. Can we hold on? So like I was saying, guys, listen, a minute away here from our 5th Stanley Cup and kind of, you know, booking our place in history. Minnesota's on the power play. Just pulled their goalie. I think actually the power play might be over now, but there's an empty net. If we could score one of those, I think that would definitely put this thing away. Less than 20 seconds to go. They got all their best players out there. So do we. I see Riley on the ice. Theodore. Boldy's in tight. Wow. I think, did he miss that? Anderson. Samsonov save it. Another big save from Samsonov. 5 seconds. Matthews just holding it in the corner. 2 seconds. Just don't do anything stupid. And there we go. This is insane. I don't think I've ever had a team win as much as the Toronto Maple Leafs. And who would have thought it'd be the Maple Leafs team that's just the absolute dynasty. I thought Chicago team would never replicate their success. Apparently I was wrong. This Toronto team is nothing short of ridiculous. Like, I don't know. There's the amount of talent up and down the lineup. We're able to constantly bring good players back even after we lose guys. I think the core is a big thing, though. Matthews, Marner, Riley, Tavares, Nylander. Those 5 guys have stayed. And kind of pieces have come, pieces have went. But those 5 are a constant. And clearly, winning core. We'll see whether or not the Leafs can actually turn that into a winning core, though, in real life. I see Nolan Patrick's game face there. It's actually one of the better game faces. Even Mark Stone's isn't too bad. I think that Mark Stone pick up at the deadline obviously must have worked. Mitch Marner, he deserves it. Getting the Conn Smythe trophy, 24 points. I'm surprised actually. 5 Stanley Cups for us. Austin Matthews doesn't have a single Conn Smythe. I believe it's Tavares with 3, Luke Hughes with 1, Marner with the 5th. None of our goalies have won it either. And usually the goalie is like a pretty sure bet to win it. It's pretty crazy because you've had goalies win the Vezina and, you know, obviously not win the Conn Smythe. And I'm trying to think, we've had Freddie Anderson, Connor Hellebuck, Ilya Samsonov. Is that it? I feel like we may have had another goalie, but some good goalies have come through. None of them, though, the best player in the playoffs. And John Tavares wearing the C's. 3rd line now, but still the captain of this team, going out there, getting the Stanley Cup. And again, look at, we're winning this thing away. Like, I feel we win so many of these away. Like I said last time, I think we've only won 1 Stanley Cup at home, but I'm sure Leafs fans would take 10 Stanley Cups all the way, opposed to just 1 home Stanley Cup. And Matthews actually gets it first. I was mentioning him there with the Conn Smythe. He's like, you know what, Matthews? You go skate around with it. I love seeing that. And Matthews hands it off to Hollander there, the 4th line center. Just a grinder, heart and soul kind of guy. And Ilya Samsonov with back-to-back Stanley Cups. Like I mentioned the last time he won this, signing him to $3 million is a big reason why I think we won these last 2 cups. Another team pick here never gets old. I know when you win your 3rd, like 2nd cup, it's 2 fingers. 3rd cup, it's 3 fingers. This is our 5th, and you got guys holding up 2. I feel like the game just doesn't even know what to do at this point. Like, imagine they're holding up a full hand, like they're looking for a high five. Absolutely ridiculous. So we'll see who got the first star of the Stanley Cup winning game. I saw Boldy there was the 3rd star. Tavares is the 2nd. And first star is Mark Stone, the trade deadline acquisition, and goal and 2 assists. Love it. And look at this, guys. The Marlies are currently up 3-1 on the Iowa Wild. I'm not sure if I'm going to watch the celebration because I feel like that would just make it take so long, and it's basically the same thing and a lot of creative players. But we will sim these periods. Down to 2. Okay, maybe I shouldn't send periods because the Marlies were doing fine without that before. I just realized I didn't notice that 8-4 loss there, kind of like hiding. So we're now in Game 7. 1 game away from the Stanley Cup and Calder Cup. Down 1. 2-1 Schneider. Alexiak for them. Come on, boys. Let's get the NHL and AHL champions same season. That's not good. Come on. So I thought we had a 3-1 lead. We actually had a 3-2 lead. And it looks like we're blowing the 3-2 lead because 4-1. Oh, did I spoke too soon? Jarvis? Ish? Oh my gosh. Ish. I can't even say that guy's name. It's Hakov. It's Hakov. Jarvis again is 4-4. Jarvis again. Jarvis with the hat trick. What? 5-minute hat trick. 11:30, 6:30. Jarvis said, I wanted to win a Calder Cup. Put the team on his back. Hattie with 5 minutes. Hattie within 5 minutes. 11 minutes to go in the game. Wins us the Calder Cup. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. That's insane. Toronto Maple Leafs are Stanley Cup champions, and for the first time, the Toronto Marlies are Calder Cup champions. Took long enough. Like, I feel like we've had some pretty good teams. I mentioned we had like an 82 starting goalie, 80 backup. I feel like this year definitely was a good chance. I like looking at that. Toronto. Not bad. And the draft results are in, guys. LA picking first overall. I like seeing the last place team pick first. St. Louis there goes from 3-2. Columbus from 11-3. I have not looked at the draft class yet, so maybe finally some non-medium elites in the top 5. Marner there, 24 points in 23 playoff games, so definitely deserved the Calder Cup. We'll take a look here at our entire team's playoff stats, also the playoff tree, kind of Minnesota Wild's road. Matthews 22 with 14 goals. He definitely had a case for the Conn Smythe. We got 2 seasons left, though. Maybe we can get him one. Nolan Patrick and Amirov both played well. Obviously, we got extensions on both those guys. Tavares, Rawlings, Hughes. I think everyone honestly showed up. Samsonov here in the playoffs, 16-7, .916 and 2.57. He always seems to play better, I feel, in the playoffs than the regular season. Although, that's usually most goalies, I feel, on the Stanley Cup winning team because they're going to have more wins. And just, I don't know, if you're winning the Stanley Cup, your goalie's probably playing pretty good for you. So, Minnesota, best of 7 with the Preds, 6 against the Blackhawks, and then 6 against the Canucks. Taking a look at the awards next here. That's ridiculous. 4 of 5. Like, how crazy is that? I'm trying to remember, too. We got also 3 of 5 President's Trophies. Prince of Wales. Oh, no, okay. I thought, did we lose to Chicago that year? No, Tampa Bay, Chicago, but that is ridiculous. And I was right. So 2024-2025 Stanley Cup, that was the year we actually beat Minnesota. I thought we played them in the Stanley Cup Final before. But yeah, 4 of 5 Stanley Cups. And there's another one not shown on the screen. That's just so ridiculous. We'll take a look at the individual awards next. We know Dank's got the Art Ross. He also gets the Hart. Quinn Hughes there. The James Norris was the McCarr Trophy. Now it's the Quinn Hughes Trophy. DeBrincat gets Lady Bing. Madsen got Calder. We kind of figured that. Marner, Conn Smythe. Like I said, I feel like that was a long time coming for him. Wallstedt got the Vezina Trophy. That's cool to see. Samsonov again. William M. Jennings. Haig, Bill Masterton. Jets coach Jack Adams. Jack Hughes, the Selke. So back-to-back Devils. At least I'm assuming his year was still in the Devils. Danks, Ted Lindsay. And then Zegers, we know, Maurice Richard. AHL Team Awards. Toronto Marlies, Calder Cup. Finally. We did not win the regular season, though. I'm wondering, did we even win our division? I didn't even check AHL standings. We did not. We got the Eastern Conference Playoff Trophy, though, obviously. And then individual awards. Ho there, most points. He also had MVP. Wilkinson, most goals. Okay, so Belleville's got some players coming up. Jenner, outstanding rookie. Hickey, best D-man. Dubois, best goalie. Jarvis, MVP of the playoffs. How do you not? Honestly, I don't care if the only 3 goals he scored were that last game. A hat trick within 5 minutes, 10 minutes to go to win you the Calder Cup. That alone gives you MVP. We also got best sportsmanship there with Maroza. I'm surprised he got that. Like, I have no idea how it works. I thought he was usually a player on a bad team, but he's actually a good player on the Calder Cup winning team. And now that I see Jarvis won MVP, I do have to check how many points he had. I haven't ever seen anything like that. 23 points, 23 games, point per game. He's 26, 78 overall. He better get a jump to like at least a 79, if not an 80. I honestly might call him up to the NHL just because if you put the team on your back like that, you deserve a chance. Rosa as well might get called up to the NHL, so I feel like we're going to have some spots open. We have some guys that can fill it from the AHL. So we'll get to the draft now. I think first we'll probably see retired players. And I'm taking a quick look at the draft class, guys. Again, it doesn't look to be any high elites or franchise, which kind of sucks. Oh, wow. 42, 50-50 franchise, but he's an enforcer. And then a goalie, 50-50 high elite. Okay, I'm thinking our second round pick will take Crane, then Hargrave will get. We also have a late first. That guy will be gone. So probably take, honestly, Crane with our first. Hargrave with a late pick. Interesting. No gems either, which kind of sucks. So retired players here. A lot of big names already gone. Sidney Crosby calls it quits here. 40 years old. 1,845 points in 1,497 games. John Tavares goes out a champion. Are you kidding me? His 5th Stanley Cup. Wow. 2 first overall picks. Nick Backstrom as well retires with those guys. Mark Stone also decides, you know what? I'll retire a champion with Crosby. Or sorry, with Crosby. With Tavares. Crosby did play for us. What was it? 1 season? I want to say played with us maybe 2 seasons? No, 1 season. I'm getting confused now with all my franchises. So, wow, that was actually... What the heck? It says he retired a Ranger, but his last season, it shows our season. What the heck? Did, like, the Rangers sign him and not play him because 80 overall? I feel like, honestly, they might have done that. Signed him, scratched him. I'm going to say he retired a Leaf. Same as Tavares and Stone, so we have a few legends there. Hedman retires. Kadri, former Leaf, won a couple cups with him. Interesting. Any others? Tyson Barrie, another former Leaf. Wow. So, like I said, some big names. Goaltending-wise, Freddie Anderson, another former Leaf. Wow. So, some of these guys on the team, other guys, they just see us win a 5th Stanley Cup. They're like, you know what? If you're not on Toronto, you're not winning a cup. Let's just call it quits. And look at the players that are now coaches. Crosby and Tavares. As cool as Crosby would be as a coach, I feel like we got to bring back the captain to be a coach. Like, that's so cool. Hopefully, I'm sure we'll have some coaching spot. I'll have to see what kind of coach he is. It has me thinking the C is now up for grabs. I feel like it's got to be Matthews, though. Matthews or Riley. I'm leaning towards Matthews. And then probably Riley Marner with the 2 A's. So hopefully that low franchise guy is still there. He is. I mean, he's an enforcer, but this is a weird player, weird pick. Low elite. He's an enforcer, so could he be high rated off the bat? The 63, low elite. I mean, a medium top 6 got taken before us. That's not too bad. Our next pick here, guys, is pick number 57 in round 2. Guaranteed medium top 9s. Not really worth my time. This guy's 50-50 medium elite, 83. It's a bit early on him, but what else are we really going to do? Medium top 9, 61. Oh, wow. Our next pick's 155. I think we'll have to make a trade to get the goalie. Never mind. The goalie's ranked 167, so we actually should be fine with that pick. I think it's a round 5 pick, and then I want to say we have like a round 7 pick, which will definitely be us just taking a chance. It's 50-50 low elite, but I'd much rather a 50-50 high elite. And what's his potential? High fringe starter. Come on. Like, these 50-50s, you'd think once in a while we'd hit on one. And he's only 48 overall as well, which isn't really great. And like I mentioned, our next pick here, 7th round, last pick of the draft. Last time we got a medium top 9, though, which for the last pick's pretty insane. Boyer, low elite, American winger, I'll take him. And low top 9. Again, for the last pick of the draft, could be worse. And look at this, guys. Both our NHL associate coach and assistant coach contracts are up, which means if we don't re-sign them, we could be bringing in Tavares and Crosby potentially. I mean, unless they're wanting to be a head coach immediately, I feel like they definitely could be assistants. Throughout the re-sign phase here, guys, obviously with both Tavares and Stone retiring, it saved us about $10 million, which we'll probably have to use for Rawlings' contract. Doesn't want an extension. 11.7 for 8 years. Let's try 2. A little bridge deal for him. Still 10.8. Who else is a big name? Riley wants a new contract. 8.6. I think he was asking for like 11 or something beginning of the season. So that's what I meant when I said sometimes it actually pays off to wait. I know a lot of people were wondering why I did that. I'm going to start off with 7.5. I think he might take that. I'd easily go up to 8 for him, but might as well start low here. We have a week to sign them. Lysell, I wouldn't mind bringing back. 2.8, or we could qualify. He was making less than that, so we'll qualify. Hall wants 2.2. I feel like I could pay someone $1 million and produce the same. Hallander 1.75 for an 81. Yeah, I'm gonna have to let him go. I think again, $1 million player like Bourgault's making 800K. We got guys in AHL coming up. Mukamel Dean, his name is so hard to say. 2.4 million. He was getting paid 800K before. Gonna be letting him go. Moroza had a big year in the AHL. 2 years. We'll try 2 years, $1 million, but hopefully gets like at least an 80. Pastul's at 27 now. Same with Ishkov, so they're done growing. Seth Jarvis, like I said, I'm giving him money no matter what. 2 years, 800K. You're signed for that heroic moment you had. And looking at goalies next here, Samsonov's up 1 in rating to an 87. How much money does he want? 7.5. I don't know if we can do that. Nichushkin wants 1.6. We could definitely do that. And then between Bonnet and Pittis, whoever grows more is the backup. The other one's the AHL starter. And then Walter there is a very good AHL backup at 74 overall already, 21 years old. Pittis has won a contract extension, 1.2. Just going to qualify him. I feel like we could have, if, summer goes well, we could have like an 85-84 here for $2 million with our 2 goalies, which is pretty ridiculous. So Nichushkin definitely going to try and bring back. Whether he's the backup or the starter, I want him to come back. Rawlings. So I think we still have the money. Let's try 2 years. And I don't know. Can we even? I don't even know if we can do this. Let me just advance the day. Riley wants a bit more money. Moroza as well. Jarvis though comes back. So the AHL guys. Nichushkin also accepted his deal. I skipped by it too fast. Also guys, Thomas Harley here, 80 overall, wants $2 million for 2 years. I'm sure I can find somebody cheaper for free agency. So I just offered Riley 8.25. Volchenkov accepted his offer. I also made offers on a bunch of AHL guys, and there we go. Riley accepted his deal. So I just had to give him a bit more money. Again, just a bunch of AHL guys I extended. They just did win the Calder Cup. So as long as they were less than 27, so still had some time to grow, and we're a decent rating with decent potential, I got them back. Some guys were like 26, 65, low top 9. Not bringing them back. So we have just under $10 million now to sign Rawlings, so obviously I qualify to make sure we don't lose him for nothing. What that means, though, is, yeah, Samsonov, as much as I'd like to bring him back-to-back cups with him, it's not going to happen. So we're going to have to let Samsonov go, but we have Nichushkin there for starter next year. Bonnet backing him up. Between those two plus Pittis, I'm sure we can get 2 decent goalies there. And then Walter, of course, in the AHL. So we're still good on goalies, I think. Now we have 9.8 there for Rawlings, which is literally our best offer. I think I've already offered him more than that, and he said no. 1 year doesn't get any 50K cheaper. Not really going to change his mind, I think. So I'll offer him the max we can. But if he says no to that, we'll just have to be patient during the summer, waiting for his asking price to go down. And yeah, rejects his offer. That's fine. And look at this, guys. After we signed our players, I found John Tavares. He wants to be an associate coach, which is perfect because that's what we need. I feel like, how can we not bring back the captain, won us 5 Stanley Cups, 3 Conn Smythe trophies, help us be a coach now. 53% team fit, but we only have 1 coach, so I think that makes it lower. I don't know how his team fit wouldn't be ridiculous. He's literally a former player we're signing. That's actually really cheap, honestly. So I'm going to offer Tavares 750K there for 3 years to be our associate coach. Hopefully he says yes to that. And look at this, guys. Crosby also wants to be an associate coach. So we gave Tavares the higher role there. So we give Crosby the lower role but more money. Because I feel like Tavares, more likely to come back to his home team. Doesn't really make much sense. But we'll try this out. Tavares and Crosby behind the bench the last couple of years. How cool would that be? And next year, guys, we're going to take a look at free agency. Obviously, we have no money if we're going to try and bring back Rawlings. This Lindgren guy, I figured he'd be an RFA. He's 25, but he's not. He's a UFA. Same with Karpovtsev. I believe he was on Minnesota. Michkov, though, is an RFA. What's he want? $12.5 million. Lindgren wants $14.7. Some ridiculous contracts. Cole Caulfield there. Jack Quinn, Teravainen, Johnny Gaudreau, Edvinsson there. So some big name players. We've been out of the free agency market for a while because, again, we're kind of stuck at the cap. We do need a couple defensemen, which we'd hopefully get for dirt cheap. But I feel like it makes sense to sign Rawlings first. Wallstedt, 91 overall, just won the Vezina UFA. Why resign your 91 overall, 25-year-old Vezina winning goalie? Why would you bother? Vasilevsky, still pretty high rated, 87. Hart there. Samsonov, of course. Shashurkin, Askarov. So a few Russian, or actually 4 Russian goalies. Crazy. We'll check 2-way goalies just in case. Can never have too many good goalies. 25-76 doesn't quite actually make it worth it for us. That's kind of how good our goalies have gotten. 19 years old, 55 overall, low elite. I'll sign this guy like 925K. This guy as well, 2370. Again, if you can just use him for trade value. Same goes for this guy here. Minen, 2578 low elite. If he grows, honestly, he could even be an NHL defenseman. And Hendrix Lapierre, 2680 medium top 6. Wouldn't mind adding him to the team. Worst case, can just kind of help tear up the AHL for us. Gosher here as well, 2479. 2 years, 850K. Stillman, 2579. So again, worst case, just helping out the AHL team. Speaking of the AHL team, Dawson Mercer here, 2679. I feel like he wouldn't be a too bad of a player 1 year. Most likely AHL, but never know. Maybe if he gets an 80, he could make the NHL team as well. Now this Dmitriev guy here, 25.77, medium top 4. I feel like he's definitely worth signing. Same goes for this Zanetti guy, 23.75, medium top 6. I'm finding like some decent players here who, if you give them playtime in the AHL, could turn out. Montgomery, 25.78. We only do have, so many spots though, so that's probably enough unless I see somebody crazy. Hopefully they'll sign with us and then we can work out Rawlings' contract. Right here, guys, are Chicago offering us 2/3 for Myers, who's a medium top 4 and a third. Medium top 4 is worth way more than a third. I'm not sure what that GM's thinking. So we'll see whether the coaches sign with us, as well as the players. John Tavares, let's go. I'm happy to join this team. So our captain is coming back as the associate coach. I love it. Crosby, I want to thank you for your generous financial compensation. I accept. There we go. Tavares and Crosby, our associate and assistant coach. We only paid Crosby $1 million too. That's nothing. There we go. We got one of the AHL two-way guys. Boyer, low top 9. Maybe I could have taken that. I just kind of skipped through it. Another AHL guy there. Montgomery should help the HLD. Stillman's good for the AHL. Mercer, like I said, maybe even NHL. Appears an 80 again. Might actually replace Hollander, fourth line center. Gosher, I'm not saying I'm saying his name right. Kolominen accepted our offer. Dmitriev, Zanetti. So we got I think all those AHL guys, which is awesome because they were all pretty decent. I think help out that team because we did lose a ton of 27-year-olds. I want to say at least 5 or 6. Rawlings now wants 9.7. We have 9.6. So his asking price has come down. We only need him for 2 years. 9.2. All right, Rawlings. Let's just make it quick. Let's do $9 million for 2 years. Get this done before someone offer sheets him. And at that point, I think our team's pretty much set. Although, crap, I think we still need a defenseman. Or 2 actually to play bottom pair. Hull came back on his qualifying deal. I think there's 1.2. And yeah, because of that, we no longer have cap space for Rawlings. I knew that was going to happen. Trying to get Rawlings now, guys, for 8.8 for 2 years. His asking price actually went down to 9.1. So maybe he'll say yes, because I think every single day the asking price gets slightly lower. Plus, I don't know why he wouldn't want to join the team he's been on. Defending Stanley Cup champions as well. Saw they offered us Saban and Jab, but obviously we need all the salary we can get here. And there you go, Rawlings accepted his offer. So we probably have about $1 million left now. 900K to be exact. And we could use, like I said, a couple defensemen. Right now our bottom pair is 278s, which isn't terrible, but obviously it could be a lot better. So I'm going to try and go bargain hunting here and maybe make something happen like that. Colin Miller, 81 overall, 850K. He is 35, but that is definitely still a steal. I'm thinking one year is even cheaper. 1 year, 800K, no risk there at all. And Jacob Larson can play the left side. Miller can play the right side. 800K. He's 31, but again, I'll do 1 year. Does 2 years really hurt us? Not really. If he goes up in rating, even better. And if he goes down, bury him in the AHL. So we'll try that. Thing is, he's 31, so he should stay. Or Miller, 35, probably gonna go down. Kamaldeen there, you can see 2.3, same rating. So that's why I did that. Green 79, Goddard 79, medium top 4, UFA. Oh wow, if he goes up, give this guy a contract. 800K for 2 years, looks good. Wow, so Larson appreciates our interest, but we didn't offer enough money, even though we gave him what he asked for. He went to Arizona. Miller, roster's full. We have 42 guys. Goddard there, the other guy we wanted. Appreciates your interest. Have to decline, your roster's full. And then he also signed with Arizona. How is do we have 8 RFAs unsigned? Because contract's 45 of 50. I swear I just showed 42. Alright guys, we're here offering the Ducks, Rochette, Tomasino, and Forster. All 3 are busts. I think they're all 26, 76, so just never developed. We have enough guys I think that can fill in for them in the AHL. Ducks reject that. I mean, they are decent AHL players. I don't know how good the Ducks AHL team is. I thought I could easily trade these 3 guys for a 7th, but no one's saying yes. Now I'm offering them to Vancouver with a 4th for a 7th. 4th, though, is 5 years from now, so it's not a big deal. And there we go. Okay, so luckily, kind of cheating because that pick's so far in the future, but we do need the contract space. So we're going to make another offer on Miller. I see Detroit's interested, so I'll offer him 850K. Hopefully that's enough. And honestly, looking at how many defensemen there are here, I feel like we could probably wait to get another one of those 80s for about $1 million. And there we go. Colin Miller joins the team. I think that's a nice signing. Does suck about the other 2 guys, though. And Reese Myers here was just tendered an offer sheet of $1.3 million by the Dallas Stars. I don't even know who Reese Myers is. So I'm going to have to check that out. So Myers here is a 22-year-old, 76 overall D-man. Unfortunately, they're just exploiting a weakness of ours. I can't like sign him to that. Like I don't have the cap space. I have to move people. I don't think it'd be worth it. Also, I noticed he's got no speed or agility. He's got good acceleration. His hands are 65. His wrist shot is basically non-existent. It's probably why this guy's really not growing. So yeah, they can have him. It's fine. He would just be in the AHL anyway. Now this is interesting, guys. Arizona's offering us Madsen for Salonen. I feel like that Madsen guy, did he not just win the Calder? Or am I thinking of the wrong player? 84 overall, 43 goals, 17 assists, 99 DK and hand-eye, 78 puck control and passing. These stats get so weird. 71 defensive awareness with 96 shot blocks, speed and excel, both 99, no agility. 99 offensive awareness, wrist shot 99. Oh my god. 96 strength. That wrist shot, even the slap shot power is 99. Salonen is a 68 overall defenseman, first round pick last year. Madsen, 84. He doesn't have a contract, but yes, it's worth the risk. 99 wrist shot accuracy. He has the best shot in the NHL, 99. That's ridiculous. Look at this blockbuster trade offer, guys. Dallas wants to give us Heiskanen in a 7th for Rawlings and Kron. Wow. What an offer. Our defense at that point is pretty crazy. All defensive pairings Heiskanen fits on. Rawlings, it's a really good player. Heiskanen's really good as well. Wow. The thing is, Rawlings is a sniper. We just got that guy at 99. So as good as Rawlings is, that guy's better and we could get him cheaper. Oh man, we could then flip Theodore. The thing is, Kron here is actually pretty solid as well. I feel like Rawlings for Heiskanen is pretty fair 1-for-1. Yeah, I'm not sure why they're asking for that medium top 4 defenseman. Nor do I know why our assistant GM put Rawlings on the block. You know what? I'm going to say yes to this. I think it's a good trade for us. They reject it, so we'll have to add something to Rawlings. I feel like we don't have to add that much, though. Boyer, 2060, low top 9. Add him, and then add like a 4th rounder, 2030. They did want a medium top 4, so let's try 3rd rounder. I feel like Heiskanen can't have that much more value. Try a 2nd rounder. And there we go. Okay, so huge trade. Rawlings for Heiskanen. We don't have to go move Theodore because he's going to be rotting on the bottom pair. And 86 overall, he's too good. Plus taking up too much cap. So next year, guys, I'm actually trying to make another trade with the Dallas Stars. Shea Theodore for Max Jones. Jones here is 84 overall, power forward, fits the 3rd line, which is where we need him. Theodore, of course, 86, but he's making 7.2, which is quite a bit. I wanted a 2nd. It looked like a bit too much value. Trying to get back a 3rd and a 4th. This makes it pretty even. And again, we saved $3 million we can actually use to go get a better bomb pair defenseman, plus sign our RFAs. Lysell needs a new contract, so does that 99 shot guy. And Dallas says yes. Okay, so a couple big trades there with the Stars. Would be pretty crazy if we run into them in the Stanley Cup Final. Some former players, I'm sure, looking for revenge. So I'm going to look at defensemen now. We actually have 3.3 here to spend. Our pro scouts think Shillington fits the 3rd pair D, which is where we need him. And honestly, he's kind of the best bang for our buck. Larson, I guess, and Savard are both cheaper, but they're mid-30s. And they're both right-handed, same as Miller, whereas Shillington's actually left-handed and younger. So I think this is a better deal for us. Nashville's interested. 1 year, 1.75. It's a bit expensive, but it helps solidify the 6th defenseman. And then, like I said, we'll get those RFAs signed up, and I think we'll be good for next season. Hopefully says yes. There you go, Shillington. Okay, so I think that's all good. Cap space here, 2.5. Madsen, what's he want? 3.3 for a year. I'll have to wait on him. And here we go, guys. Rosa accepted his qualifying offer. He was over a point per game in the AHL last year. We got him back in the Lysell deal. I think he could definitely break in the NHL. I believe it was a 79. But over a point per game in the AHL, I feel like he's got to grow to an 80 at least. Boston wants to give us Hurdle here for Kron. We only do have 2 years left. So, I mean, how really good is a prospect at this point? Hurdle's 85 overall. Wow. And he's only making 2.6 the next 2 years. And like Kron's a 72. It's not bad, but I think I'm going to take Hurdle. Although the cap space is going to make it kind of dicey, but I think we can make it work. So we're now in September, guys. Start the preseason. We have 2.2 million in cap space after signing a couple of guys down to the AHL. Pittis here still hasn't accepted his qualifying offer. He's looking for 1 year, 100K. That's awesome. So we'll do that. It won't even actually count against our cap, I don't think. I didn't mean to do that. Let's check all skaters. Madsen there, still an 84. He wants 2.6 for 1 year. Best I can offer him is 2.2. Hopefully he says yes. Lysel wants 1.175. I think if Madsen says yes, I can actually make that happen because I'll replace a guy who's making $1 million. So basically, like, I think it'll work. And there we go. Pittis accepted his offer, so AHL goalie's a lot better. Madsen, though, rejects. Didn't offer him enough money. Now looking at Lysel here, guys, he only wants 1.175, so you can probably get him for like $1,050,000, in which case, like I said, if he's taking over for someone making $800K, we're actually only adding like $300K in cap. And there we go, Lysel did accept that offer. Even though I wanted Shillington, guys, I think I had to trade him to sign that Madsen guy. I'll see the Ducks want him for a 4th, and they do. Okay, so that works out. Hopefully, we're still going to be a little short on money, but hopefully, like, you know, he'll take $400K less or whatever. So we now have $2.755 million to sign him. He wants 3.2. It's our best offer. And there we go. He accepted the offer. And I think it's a day before waivers, so we won't have to lose someone sending them down, which is awesome. Amirov there over a point per game right now in the preseason. Alright, guys, so another line start for next season. I'm very excited to see how this team does. New look again, but last year was a new look. We still won the cup. So first line, we got that Madsen guy we traded for, 84 overall, 99 wrist shot accuracy and power, which is ridiculous with 99 deking and hand-eye. So he's going to be clapping one-timers, deking through everybody. 99 speed and excel. He can't stop, though. 79 agility, so reminds me of that guy from the Mighty Ducks. Somehow as well has 96 shot block and 96 strength, so he's a tough dude who gets in front of the puck, beats guys up. Very excited to see how he plays with Patrick and Marner on that first line, getting a +3. Nylander, Matthews, and Amirov is still the second line, +3. Max Jones, Thomas Hurdle, and Damian Hall in the third line, getting a +3 as well. So top 9, about as good as you could ask for, really. Fourth line even, Lysel, Lapierre, and Moroza get a +1. I believe it said it's 0 before, so I think that might be a glitch. We'll see. Defensively, Heiskanen and Hughes the top pair with a +1. McAvoy, Riley, +3. Then we have Miller and this Cole Mining guy who we called up, 25-79. So not too bad of a defense. Obviously, the top 4 logging all the minutes. They're going to be playing all the special teams, so bomb pair is not too big of a deal. Goaltending-wise, this Bonnet guy who was in the AHL actually grew to an 84. Nichushkin's still an 83, but I really don't know what to expect with these two. Nichushkin, I noticed, has an insane glove high, 99, an insane stick low, 99. The rest of his stats are like what you'd expect for low 80. And then Bonnet here is actually kind of better than you'd expect, but his glove hand's not very good, 80-81. So I don't really know kind of who's going to do better there. In terms of the AHL, Pittis also is 82. Pretty like mediocre stats, all mid-80s. I'd say he's a bit more of a balanced goalie. So they're all 1 year left. We'll kind of just see who grows, who doesn't, who will be the 2 NHL goalies next year. AHL-wise, Bourgault, first-line center, playing with Jarvis. I was hoping Jarvis could make the NHL team, but he's still only a 78, so, like, as much of a hero as he was, it doesn't really make sense. He can just be an AHL hero, I guess. Mercer grew to an 80, so the AHL team definitely looks to be pretty decent, trying to defend that Calder Trophy. The defense is still the same thing, +3, 0, -1. Couldn't really fix it. So, overall, I feel like we definitely have a chance, you know, to repeat with both these teams. And I want to show you guys as well. In regards to the NHL team, Amirov and Jones I could switch. Give that second line +5 again. Amirov, though, is just so good to be playing third line. And also, too, like, I don't know, 2 +3s, is it more balanced that way? Obviously, +5, it helps out Nylander and Matthews a bit. But Amirov with a +3 is a much better player than Jones with the +5. Plus, the third line, obviously, gets a little bit better. So I think I'm going to keep it with the +3s. Let me know what you guys think I should do. Also, too, like I said, Tavares is now coaching this team. So we need a new captain, and that's Austin Matthews. I feel like that's pretty obvious. Marner there, and Riley wearing the 2 A's. Speaking of the coaching staff chemistry, they're 82%. So Monroe's been our coach the entire time. You can see he's A+ overall, literally A+ everything. Records 423, 191, and 42. In 8 seasons, he's won 5 Stanley Cups and 3 President's Trophies. Not too bad. And then he's got Tavares and Crosby, his former captain, and top 5 player all time on the bench with him now. Like, I am so excited to see kind of just what happens in this upcoming year. Also, I'll check the record book quick because I believe we were actually approaching a record with Matthews. I want to say, was it most points maybe or something? Mitch Marner, sorry, with most points. Now the all-time leader for the Toronto Maple Leafs organization with 1,030. Love that. I'm trying to see if anyone else could potentially get something. You can see Marner has most assists. Matthews has most goals. Really, games played. Actually, that's for sure going to be beat. Riley's only 15 behind George Armstrong, but seasons he just can't catch. Goalies, we've had too many goalies. We're not catching that. And penalty minutes, no one's catching Ty Domi. But I'll show you guys the offense, defense, goaltending overalls here before I end the video. Like I said, very excited. I think this team somehow every single season we find a way to retool it, keep the core, and somehow become better. 99 offense, 94 defense, 85 goaltending. We'll see what happens next year. Can we win our 6th Stanley Cup? How incredible would that be? If you guys enjoyed this episode, leave that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit the sub button. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.